Okay, Glenn, let me give you the quick tour here. This is your power in cord. Right next to that is an on-off switch. And then as we come down here, this is where the foot pedal plugs in. And it'll only go in one way, so it's kind of really easy. And this is a foot pedal here. Now, along the front of the machine, what you're going to have, okay, so this is the stock, and that supports this tube, which has all the transparency mounts on it. And there's a way that these have to be put on there, but I'll show you here in a minute. And then there's this Woodruff key, or this cotter pin, and it hooks in the groove there. So the tube hangs, and the tube actually goes down about this far. So it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. It's not supposed to. It only comes down about that far. What this does is, because the weight of all of these mounts gets kind of heavy on the mechanism on the inside, what this is designed to do is it pops out, and then it'll actually cause a separation, so you only have this much weight at a time on the mechanism down on the inside. So what we have here, this is an actuation button. So let me see if we can do this once here. That's an actuation button. Okay. This is the foot actuator. Oh, I had a little jam there, not a big deal. I'm using some film that has real bad curl to it, and what it was doing, it was causing a little bit of a misfeed. Let me continue. What this does here, this does fine incremental adjustments, and what this is just so you can get the dark space between the frame lined up, so that when it feeds on the next one, it'll actually feed properly. Let me see if I can pull this backwards through here. Yeah, so what it did is, because the curl is so heavy, obviously this film hasn't been processed or anything, so it's curled the wrong way and it's kind of stiff. So let's see if we can back this out all the way, and then I'll make a correction and then show you. Let me go over the rest of the features on this here. This is the feed guide. Now you heard it come back on once I remove the jam and then put it up. This turns it off. You can clean this out. What this does here is it moves back and forth to feed it forward, and then what it'll do is it slides it in, cuts it here, and then spits it out. We need to get a little cup for this here. Let me pause this. Let's see. Oh, sorry. This button does the function of allowing that paw to go down right there. When I push this button, that goes down. So when you're trying to feed it in or back it up, and you don't want to lift this up and you want to make it more precise, you just push that button down. It releases from the sprockets, and you can slide the film in or out. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, this is the cutter. When the film has a little bit of curl, it'll actually pop up right here, and you can cut it so it's square while you're aligning it to the, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard because the lights are bright. So right there, we have a line. There's lines spaced along here. Can't really see it on the camera, but that's what you line up the dark segment between the transmission or transparency to, and that way you have proper alignment, so when it goes to cut it, it feeds it and cuts it in the middle and not cutting off part of your transparency. So anyway, let me clean up this other spot and we'll come back to it and run a few through it.